Hi and welcome to today's live chapter reading of Sinful Daughter by Emily Bowie, courtesy of Itsy Bitsy Book Bits. Prologue. Theo. I've never claimed to be a saint, but you, il mio peccato, my sin, will destroy me, I rasp into her ear. She wiggles under me, making those beautiful moaning sounds only I get to hear. The room is lit enough I can almost make out the smile on her lips. The party echoes around us, and I wish I could kiss her in public. I wish she wasn't planning on marrying someone who wasn't me. Twisting her hair around my hand, I yank it towards me while biting down on her neck. The desire to mark what's mine is strong, with the need for people to question who she was with, even when I know it could get us both killed. She moves her head as I increase my pressure, but moans harder. That's my girl. Aria Rossi corrupted me. There was once a time when I was an honest cop, and I'd look down upon people like me. I strived to ruin their careers, but now no one could hold me back if it meant keeping her safe. She is more addicting than heroin. Without her, my life would crumble. Yet being here with her adds to the cracking glass under my feet. In the end, I'll fall no matter what. It's just a matter of if I can catch myself before the fall and how deep the shards cut as I hold on. Chapter 1. Theo. The night's air is crisp and prickles at my forearms. My earpiece is dead silent as everyone waits on my command. There isn't a star in the sky, the clouds casting a darker shadow than normal. The wind has stopped blowing as we wait for the right moment. Even the crickets wouldn't dare rub their legs together. The Ross's men should have been here by now. The drop to be done 5 minutes ago. As the seconds stretch in front of me, I become more nervous. I need this bust. Captain promised it would help me move up. I handpicked this crew with men I could trust. Not having trustworthy men has burned me a few times while trying to go after the Rossies. They're one of two mafia families who live in Texas. Tonight, the air raid is tight. I make sure of it. My smile slides down my face as the confidence I had an hour ago disappears. The air is too still. Cold sweat clings to my upper lip, running a chill down my body. My legs are restless as I stand in place. Let's go, I say, more harshly than I intend to. The crunching under my feet makes more noise than I've heard in the last hour. Each step adds to my anxiousness. The responsibility of my team sits on my shoulders as I lead them. The concrete crackles as we get to the doors of the dark warehouse. My night goggles light the area up for me. Lifting my 2 fingers, I signal to the main door. They easily open, adding to the tension pinching at my shoulders and back. We should need to bust it in, raining down the law, but instead we're walking in like we own the place. Inside should be crates of weapons of all types waiting for their new owners. I can already imagine the war the Rossies want to bring with this influx of guns onto the streets. The violence between the Rossies and the other rival mafia family, the Mancinis, always finds its way onto my streets. Each year, more and more kids turn to them, and more of their bodies get buried from living the hard and fast life of a wise guy. A large crate sits in the middle of the empty bay. Putting my hand up, we all stop. Something's wrong. This is too easy. My mind is screaming that this is a trap, while it wars against the need to prove to everyone I'm the best at my job. Recognition sets me above everyone else. It's what makes people take notice of my hard work. I live and breathe this job. It feeds my soul in a way no one understands. I could take the easy route and be a dirty cop, accepting bribes, making evidence disappear, and easily earning triple my current pay. But it goes against everything I believe in. Who would fight for the little guy who needs our help? It's a breakdown of the system, and I believe in the system. I'm not stupid. When you have 2 large, influential mafia families living in an area this close together, their surroundings grow to meet their needs. I want to be the person kids come to for help. the ones who are looking for another option. I take a step around to the back of the crate. A large square has been cut out and it sits up against the metal container. Hay falls out of the metal box, with no guns. A black brick with a red light blinks on the yellow insulation. We have a possible bomb, I say for the commander to hear me. He's sitting in a safe, plush office, listening to my directions. Using hand signals, I move my men out, not wanting to put their lives at risk. My neck cramps tighter, making it hard to move from side to side, and my molars squeeze at my jaw as they grind down with anger. All I want to do is curse and hit something. Attempting to take a deep breath does nothing to ease the blind rage I'm pushing down. This was my chance, and somehow the Mafia screwed up this plan for me once again. As much as it pains me, I'm forced to call in another department to clean this up. We need the bomb squad down here ASAP, I hiss, frustration squeezing my chest tight. Next time you'll get them. A few of my guys slap my shoulder. I watch my men get into their cars like this is a normal night. We'll be the ones cleaning up the consequences of those guns in a matter of days, no matter who has them. Walking into the station, my captain calls me into his office. Tough break, he says, and whistles out. I can't even blame this on a mole. This has to be the largest number of weapons seized in the last 3 years. I suspect that the other Mafia family, the Mancinis, got there before us. The families have been fighting with each other for decades. My father used to talk about when they had peace, but that was close to 20 years ago, before the generation in power now. I scratch at my neck. It's not over. I'm going to find them and take both families down. I like your ambition, Theo, but be careful. They might end up taking a bite out of you before you can get your jaws around them. I sit back eyeing my superior. He's not known for taking bribes, but this comment makes me have doubts. Are you telling me to stop looking into it? I wouldn't dream of it. I've been here long enough to see the noblest of men fall when they get too deep in the job. Just make sure you have an outlet and don't let them consume you. I consider the warning. I have a life outside these walls. It's waiting for me whenever I choose to embrace it. Next week, once this settles down, I'll take some time. Take tomorrow off and go have fun tonight, I'm told. I plan to lock myself in my office and find out what happened. My plans must show on my face because he adds, that's an order. Quickly I calculate the work that needs to be done and the leads that need to be followed before they become too scared to talk, or realise they know more than they should. I'm serious, Theo. A night off will make you sharper. I nod, standing up. Yes, Captain. Well, shit, now I'm going to have to work from home. Chapter 2. Aria. Kicking my legs harder, my muscles give the familiar strain with each stroke. My lungs burn, wanting to grasp for a new breath. Seeing the pool's wall, I flip, using my feet to push against a smooth finish. The movement moves my dark hair into my face, covering my eyes. Like a mermaid, I glide through the still water, reaching the surface. My lungs cry for me to tilt my head to the side, but instead I kick harder until I reach the ledge. Holding on to the rough deck, I gasp for air. Some of my hair falls into my mouth as the influx of oxygen burns my lungs. Aria, if you braided your hair, you wouldn't come up looking like the Addams family's cousin It. I smile at the imagery my youngest sister Gia gives me. Using my hand to move my thick hair from my face, I push it backwards. Pulling my torso up, I reach to grab my sunglasses and place them on, similar to a headband, keeping my wet hair in place. Aria, you should use a swim cap. You know how chlorine dries out your hair, my mother adds. Instead of floating to the ladder, I ungracefully pull myself up, using my legs to hook the ledge to help with my momentum. When did you get a new bathing suit? Katrina, my second youngest sister, adds. Looking down, I'm wearing a leopard print one-piece that accents my hips with its high cut on the legs and narrow width as it comes down similar into a V at the bottom. My 3 sisters are all wearing bikinis, yet my choice of suit gets called to attention. I have one brother, Luca, who's older than me, and 3 younger sisters. Luca will inherit our father's role one day, being the head boss. Our father, Nikolai Rossi, has allowed us 4 girls to choose if we want a mafia lifestyle or not. Luna, who is 2 years younger than me, made her choice at an early age. Katrina is the second youngest, and like me, she's not decided what she wants. And then there's the baby of the family, Gia. She loves everything about her life and the perks that come with being the daughter of a mafia boss. Arya, you are an image to uphold, Luna mocks. The world must perceive a consigliere as trustful and not part of the conspiracy. She restates what her father has been telling me since the day he announced I would be a lawyer. From that day on, they have held me to an all-new standard. The droplets of water fight against the dimming heat of the last days of summer. I look over to Katrina, who is no longer interested in our conversation, and is back to typing on her phone to who knows who. Family meeting now. I jump at the sudden loud voice of my brother. Everyone stands walking towards our kitchen. Luna's smirk falls from her face, and Katrina looks annoyed she has to put her phone down. Gia skips past Luca, looking excited as can be. Luca's hand stops me before I enter our house. Not you. I halt, my eyes opening wider than normal, as if to say, you're kidding. You know the rules. You can't involve yourself until you decide to counsel father. Turning, I roll my eyes, ensuring he doesn't see. The decision to join the Rossi family business takes time. It paves the way for my future, and I refuse to take it lightly. Why does Gia get to go? Gia and I are always left out. She's 18 now. She chose to join in, Luca answers. Looks like I'll be having a party for one, I sass back, trying to remind myself of the underlying reasons for not being involved. I can't be part of the conspiracy and the lawyer. Once I become one of the family lawyers, I can be involved because they will need counsel. I don't want to be a part of these meetings if they'd impact my career, but it's hard not to feel left out at the same time. No one is outside that I can see. Stripping off my bathing suit, I give the house the middle finger, standing naked before diving back into the water. I do a backward glide across the clear water, enjoying my moment of reckless rebellion. It's the pools and my secret. Remind me why you need this favour, I prompt Luna. She's setting up at a completely stocked bar behind the poker table. All the curtains are closed and any clock in the room is removed. Luna's hosting a high-stakes poker game. Once a month she sets up in the nicer motel, and the high rollers from all over beg to be invited to one of her games. Her tables are so elite, even the Mancinis try to sit at them. I told you, Arya, I can't get any girls, Luna grits out. She places a bottle of vodka down on the bar harder than necessary. Trust me, you're my last resort. Gia is adding another layer of eyeliner to my already smoky eyes. My chest is encased in a flower-patterned black mesh with skin-tight jeans. I hardly recognise myself. Normally my nails are pink, my smile forced, and I'm set up on a pedestal too high to reach the family lifestyle under my feet. I'm expected to leave the family clean from their sins. If I'm to become the family lawyer, I need to be free from corruption. The Rossi debauchery cannot touch me if I'm to protect them. Even if I think it, my father's voice echoes in my head. He's been drilling this into me for the last few years. Being the oldest of 3 daughters to the most powerful mob family has its price. I'm the one who has to lead by example. People watch my every move, judging what's appropriate for a woman. My father shields me away from the family business, painting me as the innocent, goal-driven daughter the world knows.